are so many people in that so-called sandwich generation. You're raising kids and you're also caring for aging parents. Mike Giordano, financial advisor with Williams Wealth Management, joins us now for Mike on the Money. And Mike, let's talk about caring for an aging loved one. There's so much to consider, especially financially. What would be the first steps when you find that this is going to be one of your new roles?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you want to talk about is you have to have that conversation. So, I mean, this is like any other financial thing you need to worry about. The conversation is the first thing that has to happen here. And finance is just one piece of it. You've got, emotions and all kinds of physical things that you have to worry about. So ideally, you're having this conversation not only with your family members, but with the actual person that you're going to care for, right? And it can be a really challenging conversation. Nobody wants to lose their independence. Nobody wants to be threatened that they're going to lose their independence. So it may take several times of coming back around to this conversation of trying to help your family member realize, hey, we're trying to help you continue to live your independence. We just need to make sure there's some things in place so as you need us to take on some more tasks, we're able to do that.
And that makes sense, too, because if there is a plan in place that they've been a part of, if at some point they're not able to weigh in, you already know. Now, you also said us, we. Yes. This takes a team. It's not just one person.
It takes a team, absolutely. It takes that village. It takes, family members, friends, maybe some community members, church members. So you want to get all of your teammates on board, people that can help in any respective way. And so some people are good at organizing documents and helping out with the finances. Other people are good at making sure the prescriptions get there or taking someone to a doctor's office or a hair appointment or whatnot. So you want to make sure you have all of your the people in place and the specific roles, and then you have the makings of a good team.
Yeah. Okay. So when we're talking about a plan, you mean like a real plan, like write it down and.
Yeah. I mean, like I say with everything else, it doesn't have to be a super complex plan. Obviously, the earlier you tackle these things, the more proactive you are. Maybe the person doesn't need as much care. They just need you to go to the grocery store or maybe cook a few meals every week. But you want to have that plan in place of who's going to get the groceries on Monday or Tuesday. Who's going to make sure that those medicines have arrived on Wednesday or Thursday. Who's going to take grandma to that hair appointment or a doctor's appointment. Have those things in place so that nobody is having to do too much work.
Yeah, because if you spread it out, it doesn't sound, one trip to the grocery store doesn't sound overwhelming, but if it's all on this one person, if it falls on them, it can be.
Yeah.
And there sometimes will be that one person. Advice to that person too, the main caregiver.
Without doubt, this is my colleague Brandon is so passionate about this stuff. She talks about it all the time, but it's like the pilot says, you've got to secure your own mask first, right? You've got to do things that are going to keep you energized. You've got to get plenty of sleep, eat well, exercise, hang out with your friends, get enough of that mental stimulation so that you can then have the place and the energy to pour into your loved one. So if you're overtaxed, overburdened, you're doing everything, you're going to get run down yourself, and then you're not going to be any good for your family member.
That might be something good for the other team members to be aware of too.
Absolutely, yeah, it really is.
Not just taking grandma to that doctor, but make sure that the number one person in charge is taking care of themselves.
Without question. I mean, the more proactive you can be, the better.
Mike Giordano, it's always wonderful to have you.
Same here.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back.